Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Phil from Team Cerberus, and we are back with another week of Battlebots predictions for the regular episode, at least. Yeah, so Fight Night. If you're able to access everything Battlebots is putting out, then you get 3 whole episodes of Battlebots this week after a week off, which is cool. But I know not a lot of people, or a lot of people in other places, don't have access to it, and that sucks. And I've even read like some of the issues with you can't even really use a VPN and do it without jumping through a ton of hoops on top of the VPN. So it just seems like a mess right now. But I'm gonna go back in and focus on the fights for this week. And starting off with round one, we have Black Dragon versus Claw Viper. And this is one I'm very excited to see because I just started working on my new ant weight, and it is heavily based off of Claw Viper. And yeah, I am very excited to see. Hopefully, it will do well and justify the thing I'm working on. But yeah, I don't know. This is a tough one already, right off the bat. Black Dragon is a very dangerous spot. I mean, it had issues against Kraken, but I feel like you know, it, it's better built than we got to see it be in that fight. I think it's going to be a lot better and probably, hopefully, a little more aggressive against Claw Viper. It's going to have to be because if a bot's moving at you that quick, you got to be on your toes. I think though, I'm gonna lean just slightly towards Claw Viper, and that may be the bias I just mentioned that I'm building an ant weight that's gonna be similar to it, and I want it to win just to maybe justify what I'm doing a little bit more. But I think it's gonna be a really good fight either way. But yeah, I'm gonna predict for Claw Viper. Round two, we've got Ghost Raptor and Jackpot. So these are two bots that had some weapons issues in their previous fights. So I'm curious to see how this one's going to go. As much as they hyped up Jackpot and, those big old discs on it last time, I feel like we never really got to see it live up to whatever potential it had. We really just got, kind of a mediocre fight out of it before. And honestly, I've never really liked Ghost Raptor. I've never seen it do anything all that impressive. So, yeah, I'm not super confident in its ability either. So I'm going to predict for Jackpot, but I'm hesitant. I think this may be one of those fights where we see some weapons breakages relatively early on in the match, but I'm hoping they prove me wrong. Round 3, we got a new bot for the night. We've got Grabat. I can't tell from the photos of Grabat how it works, what it does exactly. I know obviously from the name it's some kind of control bot, but I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand what it does, how it works, any of that. So it's going to make it easier for me to predict this one for SubZero just because I understand what SubZero does. And hopefully Logan team got those bugs worked out from whatever happened in that jackpot fight because I mean the new SubZero looks great. It has potential for sure in my eyes, and I really hope they get a chance to shine a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see them get some good flips in and get some good, actual driving ability without getting crapped out halfway across the ring. Next up, the battle of the letter H. We've got Huge and Hydra. I hate like that everything's becoming like meta knowledge about how the lineup is. It's just like, oh yeah, so this is about midway through the night, so we know this is probably going to be like the knockdown, drag out, crazy fight. This is hard to call. Like Hydra is going to have a hard time even finding a spot on Huge to get a good flip in on. And Huge, does have a vicious spinner. I'm sure Hydra, I think I already saw them posting that they were going with some armor. It was going to help protect against the blade. But yeah, I'm not really sure. I think if Hydra can control the floor, they may be okay against Huge. But as far as being able to actually dish out damage, Huge is probably going to have an easier time. I'm not saying it's going to be able to do more damage than Hydra is, but I think it's going to have more opportunity to because they don't have to be as precise with their weapon. So I don't know. Like, I want to say I want Huge to win. I think Huge is probably going to win. It's probably going to be my final verdict on this one. But I also feel like this is one of those matches where Huge explodes and cracks in half. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to get here, but I'm excited to see it. And next up, we get another new bot. And I looked up how to say this yesterday, and I don't remember. I think it was Aegis, I think. And it was like Greek or something. Versus Fusion. So Team Waiachi getting a second fight this night. So I guess we have kind of a, I don't know, it looks like a antiquated bot is not what I'm trying to say here, but it is like a design that reminds me of something like from older Robot Wars, or like an older, like a middleweight or something from back in classic Battlebots. I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter what weight class, but I don't know. For some reason, it looks like that, kind of like when you're scrolling down the Robot Combat event report for one of those old events. It's something you'd find in those listings. But that dome shape for the body, I think, could have some interesting advantages going up against Fusion. Fusion proved that its double spinner idea was definitely a bit flawed in its first fight, where we saw it gyro dancing like crazy and then hitting that rear spinner on the floor while it was gyro dancing. If Fusion can keep running and doesn't blow itself up, which it's Team Waiachi, I have full confidence they probably fixed the issues they were having. I'm thinking they could probably do a lot of damage here, especially with the vertical spinner. I feel like that's probably going to be the preferred weapon. But even just like the chaos, if it goes totally off kilter and starts bouncing around the ring, like I think we could get some damage just almost by accident out of it. But if Aegis can like keep on him and keep him from spinning up or keep hitting him into a wall, it could go the other way. Flipping him, I guess, isn't going to do a whole lot. So I don't know. I feel like I always bet on the thing I know on this. Not that I'm betting. I always use the term betting. I'm not betting on anything. I'm just making predictions on the internet like every other moron out here. But I don't know. I always feel like I favor the bots that I know for obvious reasons. It makes more sense logically to go with the thing that you have more knowledge of. But you know what? Screw it. Aegis for this one. I'm gonna say that they're gonna pull out a win here. And next up, we have the Green Wars. So Big Dill versus Lockjaw. Very interested to see this. Two really great drivers in this match, so it's gonna be a good driving match, if nothing else. So I'm not sure. Big Dill, fought a spinner previously, but it wasn't a spinner working at like the level that Lockjaw is. So I'm curious to see how that's going to go in terms of like taking damage. Some of the parts on Big Dill to me seem a little fragile, but I don't really know. Pictures are so deceiving with combat robots. You look at it and like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, it's a 1/4 inch steel at best. And then you see it in person, it's like 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch steel. It's just because the picture and the TV makes it look so tiny. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I want Big Dill to win this one. Honestly, I'm tired of Lockjaw. I have never been super impressed by the bot. I get that like bringing a new version of Dissector really didn't pan out well for Donald Hudson, and it makes sense that he tried to go with the spinner craze, but I just don't feel like, I don't know. It's never impressed me enough to want to keep seeing it come back, and I would much prefer seeing a jaw bot that's more fun, more interesting to watch. That's just personal preference. Obviously, I'm not the one paying for this thing, so I could complain all I want. Until I put my money where my mouth is, who gives a crap? But yeah, I don't know. I want Big Dill to win this. I'm gonna give that prediction too, just more because I want it to win, and I think it's gonna be a close match either way. So that'll be my deciding factor, I guess. And our final match of the night, the Battle of Florida, Kraken versus Witch Doctor. Very excited to see this one. I know some people seem confused that Matt got a final. Why did I stumble on this main event fight? And this is the second all Florida main event fight we've had, right? We had Gruff versus Hypershock, and now we're getting Kraken versus Witch Doctor. How long until we just get the all Florida episode? I want it. We just need a Florida fight night. But I mean, I think we probably would have robots that got left out if we had just a Florida night, especially on like a normal, like non-COVID year. Like, forget about it. But yeah, oh man, this is again like I love Kraken. I want to see Kraken win. I really want to see Kraken win this. I think it would be amazing. Um, if it goes to a judge's decision, I think Kraken's gonna lose. I think Witch Doctor is gonna win this. Honestly, I think the cold hard logic says Witch Doctor on this one. But I would love to see Kraken win this match. It would be so fun to see, Matt sink those fangs right into that rib cage on Witch Doctor. It'd be so cool. It would just be like I just want like the Red Devil fight again. Like I'm not doing this because I hate Witch Doctor. I love Witch Doctor, but like I don't know. I like Kraken more. I like Kraken a lot more. But I would just love to see like a repeat of the Red Devil fight, except it's Kraken just sinking his fangs right into a battery. That would be cool. I would love to see that. But I think realistically, Witch Doctor's gonna win this one. I am excited for it though. I'm excited for this whole bill. Like this is a really good lineup of fights. I'm so terrified now because there's been so much controversy in every episode we've gotten this season, it feels like. That I'm like, oh crap, what now? What now? What's gonna have everybody pissed off on the internet on Friday next time? But like, I don't know. I'm just excited to see what goes down. So let me know in the comments down below what your predictions are, and I will see you guys next week for the next predictions. Later.